Hello. I'm quite hungry. Oh, so's the dog. Hold that thought. And I'm going to make a sushi bowl for lunch. Should be pretty quick and easy, and I'm just going to take you through the processes. So I've got this rice cooker, and so I'm going to start off by just getting, oh, it's a bit hot already. Huh. By getting the rice in here. I've got some sushi rice, which is yummy and sticky. And so I'm just going to use however much of this we've got. One, two, and then I'm going to use some quinoa just to make it a little bit sort of slower to digest, lower the glycemic index, and to again have a bit more diversity. Okay, so because there's 2 cups of rice and quinoa, what you need to do is add 1.5 cups of water per cup of rice. So that means that all up it's 3 cups. And now I'm just gonna put this on, and then we will get on with the next step. This is really easy because it just does it all itself. So the next step is that we're going to prepare the tempeh. You can also use tofu, but I've run out of tofu for the week before my shopping comes, so I'm going to use tempeh. So we'll treat this the same, or similarly to how we treat our tofu. But this time I'm going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce to give it a bit of something interesting. A little bit of rice vinegar. And then good old Vegeta and nutritional yeast. And then we just mix that up. So now we just pop this into the oven. And spread it out so that it can cook evenly. Tempeh is basically fermented soybeans that are sort of made together with a sort of mushroom mycelium mix. So now I'm going to chop up some non-starchy veggies to make sure that I get a really good balance of veggies in this mix that's really filling. So I'm going to steam these. So I'm putting them all into a glass bowl, and I'll just cut them up now. So you see all this? I'm just going to add some water to this and then put the lid on and steam it in the microwave like so. But before I do my veggies steaming and cutting up the other veggies, so the next step is to make a bit of a dressing to go over this salad. So I'm just going to, I've got this little microplane, and I'm just going to grate up a little bit of garlic and grate up some ginger. And it turns out looking sort of like that. This way it really mixes in with the sauce. And then I'm just going to pop that into this jar. I'm also going to pop some rice wine vinegar. Some sweet chili sauce. a little bit of this gorgeous maple syrup. And some soy sauce. And then for the bit of kick and spice, this is wasabi. Just gonna add that in. Ooh. And then just pop the lid on and give that a really good shake. And this is just such an easy sauce, but my goodness, it gives so much flavor to the dish. Cool, so the next step is just to get all the veggies into the bowl and chopped up. I'm just gonna start with a bit of salad mix just to make it easy. You could chop up lettuce as well, but I am feeling mixed leaf vibes today. So a massive handful there, and then we'll chop up some cucumber. I ended up getting this one with the plastic, which I'm not come off with. For some nice bit of colour, I've got the end of a bit of a purple cabbage, some yummy yellow, what is it called, capsicum. And I'm obsessed with tomatoes at the moment. And I've got a couple of carrots. And I've got a bit of avocado as well. I'm just gonna see what this avocado looks like. Ooh, yeah, baby. I'm just gonna put this on the side and I'll add it at the end. Take a look at this bowl of goodness though. Oh my God, it looks so amazing. The thing I'm gonna add, which is potentially controversial, is grapes are in season. So I'm just gonna cut up some grapes and put them on top. Okie dokie, so some black grapes. I just saw the opportunity to get a different color palette happening. And you know, we eat with our eyes as much as we eat with our mouths and our senses. So big fan of lots of different colors on my plate. I'm just going to cut them in half so that I don't have, because these are enormous grapes, just so that you don't get the massive grape in one mouthful. You can sort of spread it out across the whole bowl. Check that out. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. So the veggies are just spinning. They've got a minute and a bit left. The rice has already gone, so it is steamy and ready to go. Oh, that's very exciting. And I'm just gonna check the tempeh. Whoop, steamy. And it looks as though we're not gonna unsteam. And it looks like the tempeh is ready as well. Oh, everything is coming up millhouse. So I'm just going to get that out of the oven. We are. And now we're ready to put this bowl together. So it's basically just time to put all this beautiful deliciousness together. So I'm just gonna mix up this rice. Oh, steamy. And I'm just gonna put a bit of a scoop of rice in. Can always come back for more rice later. I've also got this steamed broccoli veggie situation. I think I've definitely over-catered for myself, so it's all good. I'll make another bowl for later. You can also like put this into a container once it's all cooled down, and like you can literally just make this for work. Maybe not quite on the scale that I'm making it here. And then I'm gonna pop in some of this beautiful tempeh. I keep forgetting what it's called, that's why they're so delayed. And I'm gonna get some of this avocado and put it on top. Another thing, I might as well just use it. And another thing that I really like putting with this is this ginger, this pickled ginger. This is what makes it feel like you're getting the whole sushi experience. And I like to put, this flavor is incredible, so I'm gonna put a big glob of it on. And for my fermented element, I'm gonna use some of this sauerkraut that I made recently. And it just adds another bit of color to this already insane bowl of goodness. Oh my God, look at it. It's so beautiful. I've also got some of this like toasted seaweed that just is amazing and a great way to get a bit of extra iodine. And I'm gonna put the sauce on, and so let's sit down and give this a try. So that was like actually faster than I thought it was gonna be. And you may be forgiven for thinking, dude, that is like, look at the size of my, I wish I could show you how big this bowl is. You might be forgiven for thinking that is an insane amount of food. That's what happens when you eat veggies for a living. You kind of want to eat a lot more so that you feel satiated. And the combination of having the broccoli and, you know, the tempeh and the rice, that sort of makes it all these other non-starchy vegetables much more sort of satiating over the long term. Cool, so I'm just gonna give this dressing another shake. And then I'm just gonna pour a little bit over. I don't like too much, but a little bit's good. And add some of this yummy seaweed to the side. Let's go for it. Oh, it's just too many things to get on my one fork, but I'm gonna give it a try. And then you can actually just like wrap it all in this seaweed, so it's like a sushi. Oh my God. Literally so easy. Another way to just make sure that you're eating the rainbow. In a way that is so exciting, and it's all seasonal, fresh, not very expensive ingredients, and just such a wholesome way to have lunch. And like I said, if you didn't like tempeh, you could use tofu, but I highly recommend this in your regular rotation. And cheers, dudes. See you later.